Good morning. Good morning. Let's see. Do I want Pepsi or cherry vanilla Coke? We're going to start off with the cherry vanilla Coke. All right. We are going to be working on the Oculus today. That's going to be the main goal, the main thing, because that's the only thing that I think is left before I start doing playtests and potentially giving it out to people who want it. Delicious. Right. Okay, so I was thinking about it last night. I'm probably gonna have to make like a recipe thing, kind of like how I did for the arcane altar. So I just call it like Oculus recipes. Here we go. Fix a couple of things. I'm gonna have to modify the information. Boop boop. Oculus. But I think the best thing's gonna be to like what I can do is I can make a recipe for whatever you put in the pedestal. Don't save. This is what I want to change. Okay. So what am I going to need? I'm going to need an ID, the name, cost, processing time. I think I'm going to have to figure out what I really need. Because I may not need all of this stuff. And then, like, the cost itself, that's going to be... I need things like reagents. You know, like, whatever it needs for position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, whatever that ingredient is. Alright, I'm going to... copy this, paste it in here. I suppose this would be recipe grimoire tier 1. Paste that in. This is going to be taken from Oculus recipes. Pop that in. I need to make an enum for it as well. Oculus recipes. This should be arcane altar recipes. Yes. All right, so in here I probably should put the grimoire tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and tier 4. There's not going to be much else that I can think of right off the bat. Now, that doesn't mean I can't migrate more things over to be able to have them made in here, like maybe the Nexus or something else. Because I think it'd be kind of cool to be able to throw your torches into the portal and then have it to where you can just attach a certain energy to it and make your torches that way a lot faster. So maybe what I could do is say like mana torch neutral. And then it would be a light mana torch and then a dark mana torch. I'll just put those in for now. Boop. I can close that out. So in here, this is going to be Oculus recipes. Grimoire tier 1. Interesting. Oh, I never updated the name here. Oculus recipes. There we go, that's happy. This other stuff, I'm just gonna leave. I don't think I just don't know what I want to do yet. So as I throw things in, we'll figure it out. So I'm going to move this stuff over here because I'm going to have to eventually come back to all of this. 4 files. Ooh-wee. The hell do I have that open for? I think I made all the files that I need to make. We can load up the game now. I was going to say, what, is it not going to build successfully? Go into our test world. Yeah, I've been using Pet AI, Beaverstone Wilds, while I've been doing this. So now, when something's complete, I have the portal here. So that's good. Can't really, like, in admin mode, you could break it, but then it'll just kind of figure out what you did and put it back. If you break the main block and get rid of it, the whole thing disappears, and so too does the lighting. Kind of works no matter what angle you put it into. When I throw something in, it's actually spamming my chat right now, and it's saying that there's an entity inside Oculus Anchor. So I'm able to detect items that are thrown into this portal, which is awesome. Which means that something like over here, I should be able to place this in here. There it is. And that's the portal. Until, I don't know, like until someone can figure out how to do the, you know, like the animated textures or anything, I just don't know, you know, I just don't know how this is even gonna look better. You know what I mean? Know what I mean? But yeah, you can pass through it. It's pretty good. Pretty cool. This was the old test, so as soon as I break all this, boop, there it is. So this is like the bare minimum you need. There we go, minus that. This is the bare minimum you need to actually get one of these portals going. So from here, you can decorate it any way you want. Oh yeah, we gotta deal with the pedestal as well and link that into this anchor block. Hey, look at it go! So we'll come back up here. And as you can see, some of these blocks can be shared as well. So, alright, in the portal, how am I gonna do this? You know what? For the portal, so I made it individual blocks, and I got rid of the selection box for it. I'm thinking what I may want to do is create one block here, and then just stretch the outline. So let me do something like this. I'm going to take a portal block. I'm going to place it down. So there'll be one block, right? Let me make it so I can actually see the outline. It should be a teal. There it is. Kind of like a cyan color. VS Edit. So what if I make multiple hitboxes? So for this one, this could be like 1, 0, 0, 1, 1. Oops, 1. So that should be 0. Oh, that's right. It's gonna have to be like a 0.5. All right. Point 0.5. So should it be like 1.5? No. Okay, that's probably going to be similar to what we need. Make that 0, 1, 2. Now the question is, doing something like that, it did see it. Good, good. Because I can make it a visual. I can make it one block, and then it can just be all this here instead of like all these little blocks that I've made. Whoops. I guess that being the case too. Now let's do dot BS edit. Let's get rid of this block here. And then go back to this. And then let's do 0 to 3. We'll do 2, -1. Oh, you know, that should be +1, right? Nope, that should be 2. So that should be 2. Right, so it would be this whole area. So what if I throw... It's not working. You know what? Because I think this thing is like a detection within a 1x1x1, so that doesn't necessarily help me. I may have to migrate some of the code. I want to try and make this work. Would be nice to make this work. Let's look to see what we have in block. I want something with collision, maybe. Or something with entity. Push vector, no. Can creature spawn on? Activate. See, on entity inside is a 1x1x1 space. On entity collided. Whenever an entity collides with the collision box of the block. See, I don't want collision boxes. I want a selection box. But, you know, we'll give it a try. Because I don't think I have much else in here. Unless there's anything in here for... Selection box, no. No. What is this? Nope. And that, no. So there's nothing in here. I don't think there's going to be anything in registry object. Yeah, this is just like coding with parts, wildcard matches. Yeah, I don't need any of that. We could try this. I don't think this is going to work, though. Right, because I can look to see if it has, unless I give it a collision. Maybe this is a portal you can't go through. You just like collide into it and then it does whatever it does. Continue editing. Oculus portal. Let's do that. I think this has to be -1. There we go. So this should give us a pretty big collision box. 0.5, 0.5. Yeah, I think that'll be good. All right, let's shut down. Let's rebuild. And start again. Because if I could have one block, this would save a lot. Because, like, right now I'm going to have these 9 blocks, like, synchronize. So, like, what's going to have to happen is you throw it into the portal and it hits one of the blocks, and right away, it's got to send information to the main block and say, like, hey, am I supposed to... You know, is this something I'm supposed to be doing? There we go. So we have a collision now. Looks like the collision isn't... I don't know if it did anything. It sees it. Oh, you know what? It's probably seeing, this. I want to check this out on Entity Collide. It sees it briefly. Okay, that's fine. I just need one call to send the information. Let's do .bsedit. This should be -1. This should be 2. This should be 3. Right? Yep, that should be it. .bsedit. We're going to edit this JSON. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to say... This is our selection boxes, so this will be the collision. Why don't I just modify it here? There was something where you could do like the collision and selection box. See, that's just the selection box for the magic rune. All right, let's go to the website. Can't remember what it was. Wiki vintage story. Alright, this is going to be property overview for blocks. Collision selection boxes. Although this is an array version of it. Hmm. I think I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to focus on the north-facing one. So we'll do north. So if I think about this, so if I rotate it, Z is going to be my flat plane. So this should be -1. This should be 2, and then this should be 3. And if that is the case, then I want to change this north to that. All right, let's shut down the game, rebuild, and start again. Yum, yum. Oh, so that's my hitbox for this. So I'm only dealing with the north. North should be this direction, right? So that's 1. This collision box is weird. This is really weird. Unless this just isn't the north. There it is. Okay, that's the north. Kind of weird how it doesn't like it's not extending to the sides here. But the selection boxes are the same. That's really weird. Because all of these are the same. And they're the same here. Maybe you can't have multiple collision boxes like that. Didn't detect anything. Detected things. I threw it over. See, like, it's detecting it here. Not there. .bs edit. Oh, why the hell is the hitbox like that? I don't think that really matters, though. I do like 3. Make this 0. Maybe it can't do negatives. So it would have to be something like that. In which case, I just put it in the corner. And then I would throw the block. So I would extend the texture. All right, let's give it a try. 0, 3. 0, 3. Collision selection boxes by type. Just gonna get rid of that for now. I'm just trying to make this work without having all of these blocks. Like, I could do it, and I guess I could make a packet to where, like, as soon as the information is, like, received that it collided with, you know, one of the items that it wants, it will send a packet to the main anchor, and the anchor can take care of everything. It would just be easier if I didn't have to send multiple packets from multiple blocks to the same location. Alright, let's grab one of these. Is it this way? Nope. This way? Nope. This way? There it is. Yeah, the collision box, it's not the same as the selection. Well, that sucks. Alright. I tried something new. It would have been nice. We're gonna go back to having no collision box. There it is. You know what I could do? I could just do, null. Collision box null. Kind of like what I'm doing here. Boop. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have to... I mean, this way, I guess it's not that bad. It's only 9 blocks. It's not what I want. Start closing some of this stuff out that I don't need. Here we go. So I suppose I'm gonna have to write onto each block here. I'm gonna have to write a watched attribute. Alright, so I don't need this at all. I will keep it. I'll just do base on entity collide. There we go. Just in case I want to do anything with this. Maybe I could repel players if they try and go into the portal. Do something fun. Have, like, particles spawn or something. So let's create a watched attribute. First thing we're going to have to do is go into references. And I need to look for the oculus blocks. Which are down here. It's gonna be a... I think in a block behavior, I can save and write to a vector 3. I'm thinking. Am I doing that with onConnected? Yeah, I am doing a vec3i. So it's going to be similar to this. Block type, block position. I only need the block position. Block entity station. This is going to be block entity oculus anchor. Oh, wait, no, this is going to be the Oculus portal. Connected Oculus anchor block position. That's what I want. Let's delete that. So this is going to be Oculus portal dash connected Oculus anchor dash block position. So this is going to be what we store our vector 3 position into. And you know what? Technically, it's not a block entity. Although, you know what? We do have block entities. Wait, did I make this something with a block entity? Shoot, I forgot. No, it's just a block class. Okay. I gotta make these block entities. I can't store this information without a block entity. Damn it. Damn it. Well, this sucks. This blows a little bit. I guess I will start with the block anchor as my base for this new block entity. So this is going to be block portal. This is going to be a very, very generic block entity. Oculus portal. Portal. I feel like a lot of this stuff can be deleted. I'm going to extend only block entity, which means I do not need the new qualifier there. Block access. Should I even bother doing? Yeah, I'll leave it. I'll leave it. There's going to be absolutely no dialogue in any of this. There's going to be no animations in any of this. Anything that has to do with rendering is gone. Anything that has to do with infusion is gone. This thing is not going to have an inventory of its own. That's gone. It may produce sound. Maybe. You know what? No, it's not. Because that would be jarring because there's 9 of them side by side. It's not producing sound. Ah, here we go. Transmutation alter recipes. It's going to be the Oculus recipes. Oculus recipes. We'll make a dictionary for that. All of this stuff gone. Make that portal. All of this. Goodbye. Do I need CAPI or... No, I don't think I need it. So let's get rid of all of that. Particles. Particles. Should I make random particles? You know what? We're gonna keep the particle system in for now. I'll come back to that. All this stuff has to do with animations. We'll get rid of it. We're gonna get rid of that check. Get rid of that. On tessellation, I'm gonna save that. Here we go. So this is where I'm gonna get rid of a lot of this stuff. We're gonna have to make a public vector 3i. I'm gonna call this Oculus anchor position. Set get. Which means I should do this dot Oculus anchor position tree get vect 3i, and then we're gonna have to use our dot Oculus portal key that we just made. We don't have to worry about anything client side. All right, so let's get rid of inventory tree. I'm going to say this dot Oculus anchor position. If this position does not equal null, Oculus anchor position, Oculus portal. So we will save the attribute. We don't have to worry about unloading any sounds. everything that is in inventory can go away, including the inventory label. Anything that's in events maybe can go away. Yep, so all of that can go away. I want to keep this unblock removed. Although, you know what? I don't care about this. I want to dispose of the block accessor. I'm going to delete that. I don't think I need any of that. And I don't need any of that either. I just need to remove the block access. Dispose of it. On server packet received, I'm not doing anything with inventory stuff. Honestly, I can just get rid of that too, the client packet stuff. All of this can be deleted. Get block info. I am going to comment out everything in here. I will want to give people information. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it through like hovering over the portal and just telling you what the next item is, or if I could go over the pedestal and I can create the item and kind of spin it above to show you, like you look over and you're like, yeah, so I need this item, right? Let's get rid of all of, well, maybe, what is this? Render particle tick. That's part of a particle manager. So I'm going to bring that back. Anything to do with sound, we're just going to get rid of. All of this, I'm just going to get rid of. This is what I'm going to want to keep. Maybe. Means I can get rid of this. Alright, so I pruned out a lot of the stuff that we're not going to need. I have to get the particle system back in. Should be right up here. Interesting, I don't have the particle system here initialized. Oh, I do. There it is. Copy. And paste. There we go. Now I'll have a hook in to be able to spawn particles if I want to. I don't think I need this game tick listener registered either. These don't have to sit there and necessarily wait for anything. I'm going to be sending a packet as soon as it sees a certain entity, right, an item entity collide with it. Maybe on that collision, I can spawn particles. Spawn particles, send the information to the anchor, and then remove that item. I think that'll be good. I gotta register this new block entity. And what's the name of this block entity again? There it is. Portal! Okay. The last thing I have to do is go into the JSON for the portal. paste this in. Copy that. Paste. There we go. So that should be everything I need. Oh, I'm gonna have to do extra cleanup, I believe. Okay, there's gonna be a couple more things we have to do because we have to account for the block entity now. So let's look at the block for the oculus anchor. So we're going to want block on, block removed. So we're going to... Oh, you know what? Break block. I think break block may actually deal with... Yeah, because it does on break block, get drops, on removed. You know what? No, I think I have to manually mark block dirty. I'm gonna have to do this dot block accessor dot remove block entity. Here it is, in that position. Right there. And then down here, I'm going to have to do this dot block access dot mark block entity dirty. In this new block position. Which also means in here, I'm going to have to do a safety check to make sure that there is a block entity in that position. So I can say go block entity station portal, and I'll just do BEOP equals, and then it's going to be... I'm doing this somewhere else. I'm doing it here. Yeah, so I'm doing an exchange block there. This is it. World block accessor block entities. So I need to do that in here. For this, it could be this dot block access dot get entity. This is going to require a block position, so this is going to be a new block position. Cast it as that. There we go. Now what I can do is say, if this is actually a block entity, then we can remove the block entity, and then we can mark the block entity as dirty. If not, we're going to break the blocks, and then mark the block positions as dirty. So this should be a clean sweep, safe cleanup. Which also means if I need to do something that's kind of the reverse of this. Because I'm going to be placing blocks when you place the anchor down. So we have to go further down. So right in here as we walk the blocks. So if this equals air, and we're creating the Oculus portal. I'm going to say if this equals null. Actually, I don't need any of that. There we go. So I'm going to have to add a block entity. Spawn block entity. So I've never used spawn block entity. Mark block entity dirty. Spawn block entity at position does not replace its corresponding block. You have to do this yourself. So it wants a string for a class name. So is that the registry name then? We'll give it a try. So it wants some kind of string, comma. So it seems to be happy with that. The string, I believe it's going to be this string up here. I think this is what it's going to want to see. So what I could do is just do this dot name. There we go. Let's give it a try. We'll see if anything blows up in my face. Coca-Cola. Well, nothing blew up in my face. So I guess that's good. Anchor. Anchor. How do I want to check this? You know what? I should have left this up. I'm going to say RMR references dot logger active BE portal. This is going to be a really good check for this. It's ticking away. 9 at a time. And it got rid of it. So I am creating block entities. Yeah, and I am removing them. Awesome. So all these, like these don't have block entities. I'd have to remove and replace. There they go, ticking away. Same thing here. Oh yeah, it's spamming my chat now. Boop. Do I have anything else here that I need to destroy? Nope. Looks good. All right, so now that that is working, we're going to remove the game tick. You know what? Actually, we're not going to remove it. I can still use this. You know, actually on the portal, we are going to remove it because I don't need the portal to tell me anything. Not through the block entity, because we're just saving the information. That's what we have to do. Where is it? Here it is. And I just realized I mislabeled something. here. So this probably should go into stations. So I got to shut down the game to do this. This should go into stations. And then up here, this should be block station Oculus portal. This needs to live up here. Block station Oculus portal. And then this needs to be block station. It's kind of... I've named everything else a station. It doesn't make sense that this part of the Oculus I'm treating as its own separate block instead of part of, like, the Oculus system itself. So that's fixed. Let's go to rebuild. Alright, I'm gonna close this out. Unblock removed, so that's the anchor. I need unblock placed. So right in here, I'm gonna kind of put these two together. I'm gonna do them in order. So in here, so block accessor set block, there it is. Block accessor spawn block, or spawn entity block. And then I can do a check here. Because I got to make sure that there is a block entity there. So if this does not equal null, then what I could do is BEOP dot watched. It's a watched attribute. Oh no, here it is. Anchor position equals, and then it's going to be this dot position. Oh, as block position, or as vec 3i. So I'm converting the position of the anchor, and I'm going to write it to the block that I just placed. And then, you know what? I'm going to do one more kind of mark dirty here. I'm going to do BEOP dot mark dirty true. Okay, that should complete the circuit. So I place the block down. It builds all 9 portals, or portal blocks, in the correct facing position. It creates block entities with all of them, and on each portal, it writes the main anchor's position. And then once we can confirm that, then what we're going to do is say, okay, when an item is thrown in, then use that anchor position to write information to the anchor to say, yes, I received whatever the item was. Let me just break all of these, because they are not going to have any block entities with them. Boom. So that should have done it. We can test this out by coming into here, right? So I can say, if there's an item inside and I'm going to grab this, paste this in. World.blockAccessor.get block entity position as the portal if BEOP does not equal null, then I will spam block entities inside. I will get the name plus, I'll put a pipe and a separator in plus, and then I can say BEOP dot oculus position. So this should give me the XYZ of all of it too, if there's an item inside, so it doesn't spam my logs like crazy. Block entity inside, oculus anchor, but I don't see a block position. Let's try that again. Break it. Place it. Small mana stone blocks, interesting. What if I save and leave the world and come back? I'm not sure if I have to do this through a packet or if marking dirty is enough. Interesting. It's not... So it's getting to here. It's just not seeing anything in the block entity position. But it sees the block entity. So I may not be saving something right or writing something right. Set block, spawn block entity. Mark block entity dirty. Yeah, and I'm marking dirty after writing this information, after doing that safety check. Unless, do I have to do it through block access? See what else I have here. This dot block access dot. Let's commit. Calling this method has no effect in normal block accessors except for bulk update block accessors, set all blocks, relate all affected one chunks. Oh wow, that's too big. Get block entity. Okay, I'm already doing that. Get decor, light levels. Not get type. Is valid position. Check see if it's inside the map bound. I didn't even know there was something like that. That's cool. It's not traversable. Okay, so mark absorption change. Now, mark block dirty, mark block entity dirty, which I am doing. Hey, what's search blocks? A method to search for a given block. Oh wait, yeah, I'm doing that. Or I'm walking blocks, not searching. Trigger neighbor block update. On block entity. I think I'm doing it right. I feel like this stage, maybe it's never triggering this. What if I do RMR references dot logger? I can say wrote position to row anchor position. It's not doing it. So it's not getting in here, so it must see this as null. Even though I'm marking it dirty. Is there another way to spawn this? Can I... like item stack by item stack? Here we go. Okay, so I could just pipe in the block entity. I don't have to worry about a class name or anything. Okay, so what I can do... is basically this, right? Oops. Aha. And then what I can say is, BEOP. Technically, I could just cut this out. Paste that in. Which means I would get rid of all of this. So I'm creating the portal block, and I'm creating the portal block entity for this given position. And then I am spawning in the block, and then I'm going to spawn in the block entity that has this anchor position pre-pinned for this anchor position, so it knows who to talk back to. This may be a better way. Oh, well, we did something. BEOP was null. What? Oh, yeah, it would be null in this case. Okay, so I'm trying to get a block entity from a block position. You know, I'm thinking about it. I don't think I've ever created a just brand new block entity. I've done it for entities for my projectiles, so I think we should look at projectiles. So let's go to spells, researched. Here, let's look at transmutation. Entity world class registry. It would probably be create block entity for the type, which would be up there. Okay, so I think I know how to do this. Where is... there it is. Alright, let's just shut down the game. Block entity position, so I need to hop into world. So I can't do anything with block accessor. What I can do is this dot API dot world dot class registry dot create block entity, and then it's going to want the block entity class string. Which technically is going to be this dot name, right? Boop. Can I convert block entity to Rustbound Magic? Oh, wait, I'm going to have to do as block entity station portal. There it is. I think that's going to be how we want to do it. So I'm going to create a block entity That is the portal. Okay. Let's try it now. Build! Nah. There it is. Continue. Whoops, did not mean to do that. We'll break that. Anything else? No? Damn it! What is this? Block access spawn entity. Well, it looks like it's right. That's weird. So it sees block entity station oculus portal RM. And it was fine here. Oh, see, look at that. It actually saved the correct information. It just did not like spawning this in. You know why it probably didn't like it? Because I'm not putting an X, Y, or Z position. So there may be another thing that I can add in. So block entity. You know what I probably have to do? I probably have to come into beop.world, or is it behaviors position equals this position. I think that's what I have to do. Or you know what? It's not this position. So that's going to be a block position. So it's going to equal this position. Build. It's going to error out because I didn't give it where it should spawn this thing. I'm just saying spawn in the world without all the information. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to have to tell it, like, pass the world information in as well. Okay, we're getting further now. So 2 tree attributes. Tree. So what is this? Oh, this isn't the portal. It doesn't like something here. Object reference not set to an instance of object. Very interesting. I wonder if there's more that I have to add to this. You know, let's look at .NET Spy. Do not spy. Spawn block entity. Block accessor base. Analyze. Overridden by world gen. Okay, so we're getting a chunk. Block entity equals server main. Oh, so class registry, create block entity, and it's taking the name, the string name. Got that. So we create the block entity. Where's entity? Oh, so that's the block entity. Create behaviors. Oh. Block and then this server. So create behaviors. Entity position equals a copy of the position chunk dot add block entity. New block entities, add position.copy. Interesting. So what's so different about our stuff? So I'm creating a block entity based on the class registry, create block entity. But I'm creating it as my special block entity. Maybe I should do position first, just because that's probably good form. And that position's going to equal this position for what I'm filtering through. And then I'm spawning the block. And then I'm spawning the block entity here. And then I'm marking them both dirty. So is there something I need to do with BEOP dot... to tree attributes? Because that's where it failed before. So it would be I tree attribute test equals new I tree attribute. Wait, why does it want something? Nothing. How am I doing this in other places? This test would go into there. You know what I could do? I'm doing this call in my packets. Oh, it's just tree attribute, not I tree attribute. Oh, duh. I would be for the interface. I'm thinking. Wasn't thinking. That way it just passes something in so it's not null. And then I can maybe spawn it. Let's see. Probably live stream a little longer and then watch a live streamer do something else. And then just kind of piddle with this. Hold on. That was a dumb thing I did. Let's start again. Ah, it's still the same crash. I wonder what it's trying to do here for the override. For API, so it's getting the block's position. So I'm getting the block's position. This is weird. This is definitely weird. Because I don't think there's a way, right? Let me look at just block. Maybe I don't need a block entity for what I'm trying to accomplish. Here it is. Block station. Block. So I want anything that's going to pertain to saving information. So we got a lot of texture variants here. Collision boxes, selection boxes. There are block behaviors. I could try to create some behaviors to put on here. So I could say something like BEOP dot create behaviors, and then it's going to want the block and the world. Create behaviors, so it's going to be portal block, and then world. And maybe I need to rearrange things here. So why don't I focus on creating the portal block itself, spawn it in the world, and then mark it dirty so it's there. I'll be right back. Spam caller. Boom. Alright, so block access, set block, block access. So I'm setting the block, and then I can create the block entity. We'll create the behaviors from the block we just put in the world. I will give it a position. I will pass this information. I don't think we need this at all, but I'm not sure, so I'll just comment it out. And then we'll spawn this block and then mark it dirty. Bing, bing, bing. Yay. There it is! So that's what it was. I hate when it does that. God dang it. Don't want that in there. Oh, man. And look, and you can't click the main window to minimize, but you could see here, it looks like it got the correct position here. So it would have sent this Mana Stone bricks information into the anchor. That's what we want to do. When something gets thrown in, I want to push it to the anchor. That way I can destroy the block as it hits. Which would be right in here, right? So at this point, I would say... So on entity inside, I could do a quick check that says, well, I guess we could do a check, say, okay, is this an entity item? And then if it is, I'm just going to call it an ingredient. And then if that ingredient item stack does not equal null, and I'll do one more if statement, and I'll make sure that this dot... Where's my anchor position? Why am I unable to pull it up? Block station portal. Oh, wait, because this is just the block. Okay, yeah, okay. So then I need to get the block entity, make sure the block entity is not null. Then in here, this makes more sense. BEOP dot oculus anchor position. If this does not equal null, right, make sure that it saved everything correctly. Then I can do whatever it is that I want to do. Which would be in here. Which would be destroying the item, right? So I would have to say ingredient dot die. Because I need to kill the item. And then what I would need to do is say, so this oculus anchor position does not equal null. I'm going to have to get BEOA for the anchor. Anchor. Instead of just position, it's going to be this oculus position dot as block position. And then I can say if BEOA does not equal null, then we can kill off the ingredient, and then I can send BEOA dot, and then this would be where I would store this item. So I can say, for now, it's just going to be an inventory. I'll put in an inventory slot 1. Try put into, maybe? No. I remember having to do this a weird way. Oh yeah, item stack equals ingredient item stack. So it should save it. Are we? We are always, Bernardo. Always. Alright, so it... Oh, it deleted it. It did it. Ah, break block. So this dot block access dispose. I think what I need to do is put this after. With a portal. Oh wait, you know what? I'm not really using this. Because there's no need to use this. I'm gonna get rid of this. Gonna get rid of that. And then I'm gonna get rid of it here because I never begin it. Destroy. What the hell is this so upset? Oh wait, was I really using it? Was I really? Yeah, I was really using it. Okay, so I just need to do a simple check down here then. That says maybe, if this dot block accessor dot in? I don't think I could do this. Maybe if it does not equal null. We'll try that. Maybe it was just a null that it had. Maybe I removed it too fast. Oh, you know what? I would have removed it too fast by breaking that block because of the sequence in which I create a new block and I swap it out, and then I follow it up with the block entity. Oop, there it goes. So if I break these, right? Boom, it sucked it in. And there's the block. Heyo! We did it! So now, I'll be able to create a recipe that says, I want to see certain blocks in here. So we're going to go by that recipe. So each time it sucks in a block like that, it will store it in here, right, as that temporary store. You could break these, it doesn't matter, but when you break that, it drops it. Or what it's going to do is, like, if you want to cancel this, you would use the pedestal, right, to link up. Cancel it, and then it would drop all the items from here down onto the ground. Or it could spawn them, like, in the middle here, and then have them drop. Not bad. Not bad. We're getting there. Complex. I guess, you know, do I even need the pedestal at this point? Right? Like, do I need it? I don't think I need it. So the way I could start this out is I could say, let's get a book, right? So you would throw the book in, and then it would start the process. And then, you know, I don't need the pedestal at all. It looks cool. I'll probably use it for something else. I'll save the model, but I don't think it's going to be for a pedestal. There we go. Put that back in there. We just need the Oculus anchor. So I would start with the book, and then here, okay, so let's start this. Or should I start with, like, parchment paper? Should I make an empty grimoire item? So instead of a book, you would make, like, my version of a book. Let's look at what it takes to make a book. How many pages? Book. So it takes 8 pages and then a couple pieces of leather. See, the leather is going to be the most annoying part about all of this, because there's like 4 steps, right, in the process. I could have it use mana stone, and it could be like a stone book. And then as you throw it in, that mana stone can convert into a grimoire. Maybe I could do that. Spellbook. Where the hell's my grimoires? Oh, spells. Here it is. Where are my grimoires? So this would be grimoire. I'm gonna stop the game. I'll say empty grimoire. Import EMPTY. What the hell? Come on, Vice. Empty grimoire. And then for types, I can put in like tier 1, tier 2. Or you know what? Maybe there should be only one kind. There could be one kind of grimoire. So there doesn't even need to be a type or a variant. And it's not going to be an item grimoire, it's going to be an empty. Or should I call it something else, like, instead of empty grimoire? I could do like an inert grimoire. Grimoire. So for the cover, it would be blocks dot or block slash. For the textures, then it would be mana stone. Normal. Mana stone block dash none with a star. That way it looks a little different. Spell icon, there's not going to be a spell icon. That is going to be default. Rarity. That is going to be... Maybe I should take some Eldrathium. And then the spellbook pages, I'm gonna change that anyways. Empty grimoire. Let's see what this item looks like. Definitely cool. Where is it? Where's my grimoire? Oh, wait, it's not going to show up because of this. There we go. Now it will. Maybe I could use like ChatGPT. Other words for like an empty grimoire. More names for an empty grimoire. Whoops. We'll do that one. Arcane Parchment Journal, Ethereal Spellbook, Blank Grimoire, maybe? Empty just doesn't sound right. You know what I mean? Like, blank maybe sounds better. Alright, where the hell's my grimoire? Is it? There it is. So that would be our empty grimoire, and you'd throw that in, and then bam. I can change the color of this to have it like activate. And then I can have like the mouse over tooltip on all of this, say like whatever the next ingredient should be, you know, that it's looking for, because you'll end up throwing that in. We'll get that book back. Right, you'll throw this in to say like, okay, you're going to start something. And then maybe I could put like a timer on it so it doesn't sit there indefinitely. But the next thing would be Arcanus, whatever Arcanus you put in. If you use weaker caps, then depending on the level of Arcanus you want to put in, is going to be the tier spell that you're going for. Yeah, I think the overlay is too clean, too Star Wars for the game. I have no idea what you're talking about. No idea what you're talking about. It's too clean. It's too clean. Void. Unwritten grimoire. Maybe a blank grimoire. Thing that you said, you can change the color. Yeah. You see, the problem is something like that, like Minecraft has animated textures, right, for the blocks. I don't have any kind of animated textures, so whatever I try to put on, it's going to, you know, it's kind of like glass at this point. Like, I tried some speckled, but you could see the repeating pattern. Like, now I may be able to randomize it, so each block has a chance of being like a different type of thing, but it's not going to be moving. So at this point, it would just be a color change. Unless someone knows a way to do animated textures, in which case this mod's going to get a pretty big visual bump up. Doop, 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 doop. Bum, 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 bum. Why isn't this texture working? So I'll just say, instead of empty grimoire, I'll say blank grimoire. I like that a little more anyways. Oh, I spelled it wrong. L-E-L-D-R-A-T-H-I-U-M. That would be why it messed up. Tyrone, do something! Right? Give us animated textures! Right now! Brah! I would love to animated textures. I would love it. But I understand this isn't about what I love. Let's put in a localization key. I'm feeling pretty good that this is going to be what it's called. The hell are all my grimoires? Here we go. Hey, oh, hey. All right, let's just copy this. I'm going to paste it here. This will be a blank grimoire. There we go. Just to make it look a little better. And, you know, I should make a new item class for it. There we go. I'm going to copy... You know what? No, I'm not going to copy that. I'm going to copy the generic copy, paste. So this is going to be blank grimoire. No. Paste, paste, and paste. I will have a mouse over tooltip, I suppose. Of course not. It's about what I want. Exactly. So can you send a direct message? Can you do me a solid and get us connected textures, like animated textures? Not connected. Connected textures are kind of in already. Animated textures. Please. Please. It'd be a great early birthday present. Just saying. I'm just saying. All right, boom, 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 boom. I'm going to focus on just one side. Hey, Tyrannosauruses! All right, where's my book? Make sure I didn't have a grimoire stashed away. There it is. Hey, and we got textures, blank grimoire. Oh, we didn't. Okay, let's gracefully shut down. I forgot to add the class file. I also forgot to register this class file. Or this, this class file. So we're going to add it to here. I'm going to come down to here. Copy, paste, cut, paste, and paste. There we go. Hey-oh. Build. Now the grimoire should have, it's not going to be localized yet, but I'll have some flavor text in there to tell you what this item does. This is going to be really cool. Really cool. There it is. It's not localized, but we can put flavor text in there now. And now what I can do... In the anchor, I'm going to have to create another couple of variables, I believe. You know what? We're going to have to create more colored portals as well. Okay, I think I know what to do. Think I know. We are going to gracefully shut down. Quit. First thing I want to do is come into... Okay, not here. No, not here. We got to start closing stuff out. It's going to be here. I'm going to make it to where you cannot hover over and select the squares. It's going to be kind of invisible to your selection tool. You know, your selection box. So you won't be able to see it. In the portal... Actually, in the anchor, we're going to have to create a boolean. Should it be a bool or an int? Let me think. So there has to be something where, like, 0's off, 1 is on. Maybe 2 could be... requesting some kind of nexus energy. And depending on what it is... You know what? We could start with just a bool. A simple on-off. So I could say public bool. I'm going to make it an int. Active. I could say powered on. Maybe just powered on. I'm easy. get set. So now what I could do is say this does not equal null, and then I can do another check in here that looks for to see if it's powered on or not. So 0 is going to be like off. Let's make an enum. We're going to make an enum for this. Enum. I'll just copy this. Boop, boop. This is going to be E. Oculus. Sure. Alright, I'll be 5 minutes. Gonna be going to get some lunch. Alright, so it's gonna be E Oculus anchor power status. It's a mouthful, but this will do. So I can say off on. I'm gonna make these lowercase. I've done that to myself before. Get rid of all this other stuff. On requires neutral essence. I'll say requires essence neutral. Then this will be light, and then this will be dark. And then we can go back into the anchor. No. Here we go, the portal. So I can just do this and say off dot to. Oh no, you know what? I can cast it to an int. So it's gonna get whatever it is. So it's gonna equal 0. So if powered on is equal to off, right? Ah, shit, I could just make it powered status instead of powered on. Power status sounds a lot better anyways. So unhappy! So if it's off and ingredient is item blank grimoire. I should say ingredient dot item stack dot item. Boom. You know what? I'm gonna cut this out and paste this in. I'm gonna say class is. I'm gonna make sure it is an item. Enum item class item. So we'll make sure, like, is this off? If this is off, is the item that you're throwing in an actual item stack of an item? Because it could be a block. And then I can do a check to say, okay, well, this particular item, is it a blank grimoire? And if those things are true, then it's going to suck up the block. I'm going to want to do a change here, right? Because then for the power status, I'm going to want to make sure that equals on, right? Because we were going to want to turn it on. And then BEOA dot mark dirty. And then I'm going to make sure I put in true here. That way it updates the block. So by doing this, it would turn it on. I don't have much time. So in here, I'm going to have to create a new variant. I'm going to call this type. Get rid of some of this stuff here. Some of these things. There we go, and I want states. So the type is going to be invisible. Or I could just say off, right? On. And then I could pretty much just copy from the enums. You know, there's probably a way to read the enum right in the JSON file. I don't know how to do that, though. And then each one of these, I can just put a different texture with them. Right? There we go. So we'll have all these different kinds of portals. Now I'm going to have to backfill, but okay, that's going to be all we do for today because I am hungry and I've been live streaming for a while. So let's find someone to raid. We're making progress. Honestly, I could probably get this done today. And then I'll see if anyone reaches out to me in Discord that wants to play test it. Hey! Alright, looks like Colcius, we will be raiding them again. Oh, wait, exclamation raid. Oh! No, I messed up! Exclamation... Ah! Exclamation raid! There we go. Holy crap. This is why I make constant strings. And I'm gonna copy it this time. Alright, everyone. Thank you so much for watching me. I may hop back on. You know, it's 50-50. Whenever I live stream, the progress is always slower for modding. I get so much more done when I'm not streaming, but it's nice to show people what I'm doing and maybe get some feedback before I go down a rabbit hole of a system, right? Because as I'm building it, it's nice to be like, well, what if it did this? Oh, good. You know, it takes me another 30 seconds to a minute to potentially make it a lot better instead of being like, well, now I got to go back into the system and disassemble what I did and all that stuff. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Like I said, I don't know, it's 50-50. I may live stream again. I may just kind of rush and get a bunch of stuff in. Get the portals changing colors depending on what status they're in. And start with my first recipe to make a grimoire. So we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Either way, if I do live stream, I'll have a bunch of stuff done. So thank you, everyone. Thanks, Bernardo, for stopping by. Have a great day. Bye.